What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Hbar is giving us some very bullish signals today, and I want to tell you exactly what they are, what they mean, and what I'm doing as a result of them. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. And guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Hbar yourself on up to 50x leverage and many other cryptos on up to 500x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you do sign up specifically with my affiliate link down there, you're going to get a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit $2,000, they're going to give you $200 on the spot to start trading with. And if you turn that into, say, $700, all that profit that you just made is completely yours, no strings attached. That means you can withdraw it, reinvest it, spend it, do whatever you want with it. It's all yours. This is an opportunity to make free gains during the bull market. So please go take advantage of that down below. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I really do like the exchange. I've been trading on it a good bit myself. So let me know your thoughts down there. Now, over the last few days, in the last few Hbar videos, okay, what we were talking about was the fact that we were seeing something that was very, very necessary. You know, I was like, listen, guys, we just saw Hedera try to absolutely smash through this golden zone, and it's struggling a little bit, don't get me wrong, but man, I mean, the thing just went vertical. We absolutely sent it to the upside, clearing through some of these key resistance levels like the ones that we had back here. Didn't care. Hbar absolutely sending it. And what we talked about was the fact that after a move like that, especially when you hit the top side of a major resistance zone like we're seeing right now, it's no shocker to see a bit of a pullback. It's no shocker to see it a bit of a cool down. But what I told you was what was going to be very, very, very important, guys, was that we saw the bulls step in when they needed to. We can see the bulls kind of chill out a little bit, right? Look, we just saw this huge push into this golden zone. We saw the bulls absolutely smash it up there, and they're running into a major point of resistance. So if they want to kind of relax a little bit up here, pull back a little bit, let those bears win a little bit, that's totally fine. No problem with that. But when the time came that it counted, we needed to see that the bulls were willing to step back in. Because, you know, sadly, one thing that you do see here in the space a lot is that cryptos will have their moment in popcorn season, right? Which is when they just pop out of nowhere and they go straight up. And then everybody buys. They FOMO in, and in the moment that it pulls back, all the FOMO dies, all the hype dies, momentum is lost, and all those people who are buying just take their money and go to the next crypto to try to find the next one that's going to pop, right? And that's what you have to be concerned about during these types of pumps during the bull market, is whether or not it's going to sustain or not. And so I told you, it's going to be very important for Hbar to prove that this is a sustainable move to the upside by the bulls stepping in when they need to, even with a major wall of resistance above us like we have. That's exactly what we're seeing today. And so what I want to talk about today is what we are seeing right here, what it could mean, where Hbar's price could be going, and what you need to be on the lookout for today. And so with that said, now that you understand why it's been so important that we see what we're seeing now, let's talk about exactly what we are seeing now. Now, we'll remind you, some of these things that I'm going to say in this video, guys, are just going to be a little confusing. Golden zone, Fibonacci's, Bollinger Bands, Bollinger Bandwidth, all these other types of things. If you are a beginner, new to this crypto space, and you're just trying to get a little bit better at all this crypto stuff, or maybe you're on the other side of the spectrum, you're fully advanced, but you feel like maybe you've plateaued a bit and you just want to get better as well, add more tools to your toolbox, all that I ask specifically you that are listening is to stick around to the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you about the Discord community, which is where you can learn so much more and add all these tools to your toolbox through courses and live shows and pro trade signals and my thoughts and much more that have been leading people to hundreds of percentages and gains every single day. So if you want to be a part of this, and again, you just want to add some more tools to your toolbox and get better at this whole crypto thing, just stick around until the end of the video. Just trust me. Now, looking at Hbar, okay, now that you understand why it was so important that we didn't just see this bad boy just keep tanking and that all the bears step in, the bulls absolutely leave, and the bulls just go on to the next crypto, right? Why it was so important for us to see them step in. Let me show you what has happened, because that is exactly what we saw. What you can see here is that as Hbar's price started to kind of, come back towards this downside a bit, what we noticed is that as it re-entered into this major zone of liquidity, the golden ratio, the golden box, most important zone ever, right? As we entered back into here, the bulls started to step back in. Now, realistically, did the bulls need to step in right here? No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, there are a couple certain things that do make sense as to why they did that, but quite frankly, I don't really think it was necessary. I mean, I think Hbar could have gone even lower, back even towards the bottom side of the golden zone before the bulls really needed to step in. But the bulls noticed that there were these little liquidity pockets. Like, look at this. So you see how as we were working up, liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket, these little chop moments. Look, let me just draw in like this. Boom, 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 boom and boom. What happened was that as HBAR's price was coming back down, we hit the first liquidity pocket and the bulls just stepped back in. They were like, okay, that's enough. I mean, we saw HBAR's price pull back what? Yeah, about 30%, which is a normal size for a pullback or a correction or a top 30 crypto. And the bulls just stepped back in and they were like, all right, this is our moment. And they just immediately started buying again, pushing this thing upwards and trying to break it out of this golden box. And this is the signal. This is the sign that I was looking for. Will the bulls step in when we need them to? And this was a resounding, loud, obvious yes. Because the first pocket of liquidity we hit, the bulls immediately stepped back in. And so what this means to me is that even if we see HBAR's price start pulling back again, because there is a risk there, right? Like if we remove these drawings and just look at it, there is a risk that HBAR comes up to this micro golden zone. It hits that little 34 to 30 cent level, 36 cent level, and then gets pushed back downwards. This could be the start of some sort of, let me show you. This could be the start of some sort of wonky, ugly ABC correction to the downside, right? So we're not going to count it out. We're not going to say immediately for sure that HBAR is about to just start going straight upwards, but that's not the point. That's not what matters right now. What matters is that even if HBAR does start to pull back, the likelihood is here that what we're looking for from HBAR, which is a higher low and a continuation, what that means is it looks something like this, right? Let me go to the 4-hour charts. Now that we've made this move, we want to see something like this, where we go up, come back, set the higher low, and continue. That's what we're looking for. That's becoming much, much, much more likely, almost to a point to where I'm willing to say that's most likely what's going to happen. Is that even if HBAR's price does pull back now, we're most likely to find some sort of higher low and try to continue towards the upside in pursuit of 50 cents or even higher. I mean, look what happened. Look at the reset that we got. It's insane. So we're on the 4-hour charts. Let me pull up this 4-hour RSI for you real quick. And look what happened, guys. I mean, we saw the 4-hour RSI reset back to the 50% threshold after this tiny little move right here. Back, the last time we were at the 50% threshold was way back here, back around 13 cents before pumping to 30 plus cents. So imagine if we do pull back a little bit more, how far this thing could reset and how nice we would be able to see this overextended before trying to make a move. And so sure, look, we're getting vertical right now, so things may still go upwards, and great, we got the 30% pullback into a pump. Great. But even if that's not what happens, it doesn't matter to me because the bulls are now stepping in at levels that we need them to. And I'm under the belief that even if it pulls back, they will do it again, which is an amazing sign. So for HBAR right now, my thought process, you know what? I'll buy a little bit of it. Sure. Am I taking a huge risk? Yeah, I definitely am, right? Because we are at the top of this macro move, and at any given point, it could fall 60, 70%. I understand that. But quite frankly, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't buy enough. I didn't buy enough when it was low, and I kind of regret that a little bit. I was doing some buying. If you go check my videos from earlier this year, I was doing some buying, around these zones, around kind of like the 7-cent level back whenever we saw kind of this initial pullback right here in April. I actually have a video from when I was out in Dubai in April where I was buying HBAR around 8 cents. And so obviously, me being up a 4x on that purchase is great and all, but I just didn't buy enough for the size bag that I have now. And so I want a little bit more. And so I'm willing to do a little bit of buying while we are within this golden zone, even if we do continue backwards, even if we do start to pull back. And the reason being is because I believe the bulls will step in. We're going to try to use this golden zone as a support zone and try to use that to push upwards for what I believe can be a push up towards 50 to 55 cents. And so absolutely fantastic signs that we're seeing today. I'm absolutely loving what HBAR is giving us. It showed us what it's got. It showed us that type of gas and that type of juice and energy that it has. And so even if it does need more of a macro correction, that's fine. I believe HBAR is going to make a run for it. I think trying to push up towards 55 cents to maybe even $1 at some point makes a ton of sense. And so I'm willing to take a little bit of a gamble, make a little bit of a purchase here, and hold that bad boy for the long term, hoping that I'm right. Hell, I might be wrong, and HBAR might be at the end of its road. Maybe we get rejected off the golden zone and sent all the way back to 10 cents. Maybe that happens, guys. Well, you know what? I still have seen that type of momentum it can get. I'd happily buy a little bit more here because, again, I'm willing to bet we're going to try to make this run at some point. So overall, I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I just wanted to share that very good news with you today that we are seeing the bulls step in exactly as we were hoping they would in the last few videos. Now, as I did mention before, if you are somebody who's new to all this and all that stuff I just said sounded a little bit complicated, or as I mentioned before, maybe you're advanced and you want to, you just want to add more tools to the toolbox, I highly encourage you to join the Discord server, guys. In order to access it, you're going to need to pay either $17 a month or $5 a month. So the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper. But what that's going to give you access to is the server in which you're going to get my insight. So some of the things that I'm buying and selling, changes to my portfolio sometimes, my advice or guidance on random things and news and events. You're going to get daily technical analysis reports from me. You're going to to get daily fundamental analysis reports on the market itself. I have two teams of professional traders whose business, their livelihoods rely on them making good trades, posting their buy and sell signals every day throughout the week. We have just announced that we are going to be doing a daily show Monday through Friday at noon with Crypto Moses, where he's going to be going over the market and what's going on and answering questions and stuff. This is exclusively for this Discord and nowhere else. We have premium classes on things like the Fibonacci's, the Bollinger Bands, bull market investing, premium workshops with coaches, beginners courses on things like leverage trading and technical analysis. These are 30-minute long beginners courses with 20-page presentations and cheat sheets and things like that. We still have more of those releasing. We have Tyler's tips. These are 2 to 3 minute long videos on just random things that you guys ask questions about. And all of this value that we are providing in here for, again, only $17 a month or less, is generating insane gains for the community. I mean, I've never seen a community learning this fast and taking the lessons that they're learning and implementing them to generate hundreds of percentages of gains like this every single day. So if you want to be one of those people, if you really want to grow in this market, come join over through the server for a Netflix subscription cost or cheaper, and let's get growing. Okay, let's get growing. Don't forget, if you do want that 10% bonus on first time deposits, you can check out that BTCC link down below, and we'll keep a very close eye on this for you. I'll probably be posting some Hbar videos every day for a little while, especially while its price is moving very fast. So if you have been enjoying this and other 6 or 7 vids I post a day, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.